listening to Those Dad Guys, because the moms have their podcasts, so why shouldn't we? Huh? Here are Joe Seiler and Paul Black, Those Dad Guys.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Those Dad Guys. We are Those Dad Guys. I'm Joe, he's Paul.
What's going on? I felt a little bobbly with all these guys. I hope you guys weren't thinking I was having a seizure or something, because that wasn't happening.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah, first of all, I'm glad you're not sitting on my lap this week, so that's exciting.
Yeah, we were really tight last week. It's very, very awkward.
I'm gonna tell you, I was watching back, because that's what I do. I watch back the show, like I've never seen it before, and I felt suffocated, and I didn't know if it was because the shirt I wore was too tight or it's because you were on my lap. And we'll see.
It's funny. My wife gave me a crap. Heather's like, she's like, you guys were way too close. And I think I even commented last week. I'm like, I don't think we should be doing this. But here we are another week. We got a little bit. We've easily got. This is clearly 6 feet between us this week.
A lot of feet
between us. So 6 feet. What do you say we fire one up?
All right, let's go.
All right.
What are you gonna do
today? I've got a downtown brown from Amsterdam. It's not actually from Amsterdam.
No, I don't believe
Amsterdam Brewery.
Yeah. And this is a little Nickelbrook down the street from us. Cheeky Bastard
You're
Stout.
a cheeky bastard.
I know. I can't wait to taste this cheeky bastard. Oh, wow.
Oh. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. That's nice, actually.
I will tell you this, though. Along with the beer this week, I got a coffee.
Yeah, you're lightweight today, huh?
You know what? I'm doing both.
What, are you tired of something?
You know what? Well, yes. Yes, the answer is yes. Between the renos and baseball being back and everything, I've watched a lot of baseball in the last couple of days, but let me tell you a quick story before I get to that. So I'm leaving the house to come record the show today. And as I'm leaving, Heather says, "Oh, you're still here." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "I just had chest pains, but I'm okay."
I'm sure she's fine.
What do you do with that? Like, I'm like, in my head, here's what's going through my head. I'm like, so do I call Paul and say we got to postpone, or do I leave? So here I am.
I said, kids know 911.
Well,
right?
you know, I said to her, I said, "I've got my phone if anything happens."
Wow.
So,
wow.
I don't know if that was the right or the wrong thing to do, but
maybe her heart is yearning and knowing she's going to miss you for the hour and a half you're with me.
Maybe it will. I don't know. But I thought it was, I thought it was strange. But yeah, yes, I'm beat today. I woke up today going, oh, I am so tired. I've watched. So we'll get to the renos later in the show, but I've watched baseball since Thursday night. Mm-hmm. I watched the Dodgers game late on Thursday night, and then yesterday I watched the Mets and the Braves. Then I watched the Blue Jays home opener, go Jays, not home opener. No. Sorry, the Blue Jays season opener, go Jays, Buffalo Blue Jays, and then I watched the Dodgers game again. So it's like, wow. I knew I had to get up and do this. It's my own damn fault.
I watched the Cubs game.
Yeah,
and I'm not the biggest Hendricks fan at all.
Yep.
I don't trust him, but he threw a great game.
I watched bits. I went back and forth because I've got the MLB network, so I went back and forth and watched some of the Cubs and stuff like that. And a friend of mine just kept texting me. He's like, "I've got Kyle Schwarber in the pool, and he keeps striking out," or something. Like,
typical Schwarber.
I'm like, I don't care. So
I'm gonna let you know. For those that are listening, for the next 3 or 4 days, because that's all it's going to last, Super Sports Pack is on free preview to get all of your anyone with cable or satellite that wants to get their baseball fix.
On any provider?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I already have it, so good for me, I guess.
Yeah.
It was... So, we watched a bunch of baseball. Oh, look, I got a phone call. Let's turn that off. Who calls me during the show?
Who does that?
Maybe
it's the hospital about your wife's chest.
Oh, no. Maybe I should have... It wasn't my home phone number.
No.
I don't have a home phone number now, though. Well, they'll call back. Anyway, so watching a lot of baseball, though, it brings me back to something we talked about last week. And, noticing that there was crowd noise, and some places it was a little too much, like, piped through.
Yeah.
Like, some places, like, come on. Like, in Tampa,
right.
they clearly got the crowd noise from, like, because they're talking about bringing in the crowd noise from, like, EA Sports video games.
Yeah.
Tampa never has that many fans.
Okay. Never.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, they got, like, 10 people in the stand. So, really, this is not different for them. But they piped in crowd noise like it was Yankee Stadium.
That's it.
Like, unbelievable. So that was interesting. Like I said before, on TV, it's a real interesting kind of dynamic because you can hear it, but you can still hear the players. Like, on Thursday night in the Yankees game, Luke Voigt, straight up, fuck.
Really, eh?
Oh yeah. And the announcers who are not in the stadium, they're watching on monitors, are like, well, there's not a lot of people in the fans, so you're gonna hear some things you don't normally hear.
That's it.
But
more authenticity, really.
I guess, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, hey, whatever. I've played baseball. I know what is said on the field. But we talked about last week how it would affect the players.
Yep.
Now, I know you have spoken to various players from different leagues, but you also went as far as to call a Major League Baseball team.
I did.
Which, can I say, first off, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you're like, yeah, I'm just going to reach out and call a team.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Easy.
So tell me kind of what you found out. Is it going to affect the players? Like, tell me who you kind of talked to.
Okay, so I talked to different sports people, like you said. So I talked to Mike Morielli, who is a wide receiver, CFL, Hamilton's Highcat, Toronto Argonauts player. He said the fan noise is the major part of the game that's used as motivation or can work against you.
Yep.
He said it's possibly more annoying than anything, but he's never been in that position to really comment. But he would think that fake crowd noise would be pretty annoying to him.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that 100%.
Talk to my buddy Corey Frazier, who I went to college with, and he was a Woodbine jockey for 9 years.
Okay.
And he says it wouldn't really affect him because he's in the zone when he's riding the horse and maybe getting a little tired. Going around that track, sitting on the thing, I guess.
Sure, because that's all a jockey does.
That's it. He's just like this. I don't know how it's Corey. Tell me how you get tired, please.
So he's like I'm going to say Corey's a cowboy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, right on, Corey.
But yeah, so he's in the zone, riding down the lane.
I get that. It's like when they say horses have blinders
Exactly.
on. I can imagine that in that. It's probably like a NASCAR driver, right?
Yeah.
You're in a zone because you're always looking forward. Mm-hmm. So I get that. Yeah. Okay.
Ian White.
Oh, NHL hockey
Ian
player.
White, defenseman, Leafs, Flames, Sharks, Hurricane, Wings.
He's played for a quarter of the league.
He has. And crowd noise is irreplaceable. He thinks it would be strange.
Yeah.
That's all he could come up with, the word strange to play.
Yeah.
He's like, fake crowd noise, he doesn't even actually get it. Like, it's hard to even understand.
Yeah.
And then finally, I wasn't sure if I was going to hear from this guy or not, but I talked to Carlo Koliakovo.
Shock.
Leafs, Sabres, Flyers, Red Wings, Blues.
What about that team he played in Germany?
Adler Mannheim.
Oh, I was good. Mannheim Steamroller?
Yeah.
I was going to call him Blitzkrieg Bop.
Nice. Oh, he did well out there. He got hurt less. Yeah. Anyways, he said playing in front of a crowd gives you energy and creates the electric atmosphere. He's not sure how it would be with pumped in noise, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah?
He's saying the noise is better than nothing at all.
I guess. I mean, here's the way I look at it. And it's funny because Hyunjin Ryu, I think I said his name right, he said after pitching last night that it was really weird.
Yeah.
Like, he said it was odd. And again, we can only go based on the players that are doing it now.
Exactly.
Right? So, and he said it was really weird. But I can imagine it would be really weird and strange to have this.
My thing that I brought up last week was the head game for the players.
Yeah.
He says they don't even notice people in the stands.
Really?
Don't even notice him. It's just the noise they notice.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. But I mean, to eliminate that noise though, I wonder what that would be like.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, so I mean, that's cool. All right.
You ready for the big one though?
This is the one I want to talk about. Go.
Okay, so I'm thinking, I'm a huge Cubs fan. I know the Cubs aren't going to answer my call. Let's just be honest. And then I'm thinking other teams. What team can I contact that has kind of a good team, but kind of is under the radar as, just like, it's not many people's number one team ever.
Sure.
So I called the Cincinnati Reds.
I love that you called the Cincinnati Reds.
I called the Cincinnati Reds and I got a hold of a guy. He was a fantastic guy. And I asked him the questions about the crowd noise and how are they going to determine it.
Now, was this guy a player?
This guy was in baseball operations.
Okay, so someone in the front office.
Someone in the know.
I guess.
So
was it the general manager?
No, it wasn't.
I don't even know who their general manager is anymore.
I'm probably thinking it was just a customer service.
Was it Barry Larkin?
It was
Sorry, or Chris Sable? Sorry, that's when I was a big fan of the Reds.
Ken Griffey, Junior,
Senior.
Yeah, maybe both of them.
I was a big fan of the Reds back in the day when they won against Oakland.
Yeah,
I was like, I love the Reds back then. Chris Sable with those big goggles on.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I'm taking away from your story. Go.
No, that's okay. So. So anyway, he said he wasn't 100% sure. He would email me back, and that's when I was like, okay, let's see. But he made a good point, and I forgot until you mentioned it this morning, was the fact that there was a rumor out there that somebody put out on Twitter, a well-known guy, and I can't remember the guy's name at all, but said that they were thinking about developing an app where fans can go on the app and add to the crowd noise within the stands. I don't think that's going anywhere because I haven't heard nothing about it. All I've heard is nothing. MLB Show 20 is where they're getting their
from. Which is kind of cool, video game noise.
So I know you've all been waiting. So here's what the Cincinnati Reds said. The Cincinnati Baseball Club.
Is this an official statement from the Cincinnati Reds?
This is the email I got back from the guy.
So it's an official statement from the Cincinnati Reds. I feel like we should have some music right here. Okay, let's get some music going. Okay, here we go.
One member of the production staff will be assigned to crowd noise.
Okay.
This is going to be a crowd noise guy.
Yeah. Hey, here's your business card. You are now officially crowd noise guy.
So I got this email pre-exhibition games. However, tests were done during Tuesday and Wednesday's exhibition games.
Okay.
They're going to be fine-tuned. There's going to be coordination with the coaching staff, players, and baseball operations before opening day of how the sound level should be as they're tweaking throughout so that it meets the standards of everyone involved.
Okay.
Goes back to your point that it was really weird that some crowd noises was slim to none and others was super hot.
Yeah.
Is the fact that it seems like the team's home field is dictated by players and coaches and what they want to hear on the field.
Yeah, it's funny. I also heard that there might be they're going to throw in random hecklers and stuff like that, which is kind of funny.
Can I have that job? I would love it. I love heckling people.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I'd love for you to do it.
I was in Buffalo watching a Bison's game.
Yeah.
Last year, and Bichette was up, and I'm just an idiot, and my daughter thinks I'm the funniest guy in the world. I'm like, hey, use the force to Bo Bichette.
Because of Boba Fett? Yeah, see? I get it.
And I'm dying laughing, and people are looking at me like I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Use the force.
It wasn't even Buffalo Bison Star Wars night, probably.
No, it was.
Because they do a Star Wars night. That would have been 100% amazing. Anyway, so yeah, baseball's back, which is so exciting for me. Yes, the crowd noise is going to, again, not take too much getting used to for me, because on TV, I'm thinking that they can tweak what it sounds like on TV versus in the stadium. Mm-hmm. Like they just lower the TV feed, and so on TV it sounds fine, but you got to give some, they're clearly still working through some kinks because they're all being called on monitors, right? Mm-hmm. So when I watched the opening night, the Dodgers game on the ESPN feed, it was awful. Yeah. Just people jumping all over each other, or these long pauses to the point where, so I said to Heather, I'm watching the Dodgers game, and right now we all have to huddle into our bedroom basically because this reno is, anyway, I'll talk about that after. But so she's like, okay, and the Dodgers are on at 10. Kids are gonna go to bed, so she's like, you can watch the game, but you have to rub my arm while I'm like, whatever, sure, no problem. So whatever, I'm watching the Dodgers game, and there's these long pauses in between, it's like no one knows when to speak, and even Heather just perks up her head. She's like, the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, it was awful. But then I watched the Blue Jays game, and I feel like Buck Martinez and Dan Schulman were together in the studio calling it, because it was seamless.
Yeah,
really seamless. But it's interesting how they're doing it. And I know we're talking a long time about baseball, so if you're not a baseball fan, please stick around because. But the interesting thing is they're getting stuff like PR departments texting them saying, okay, this person's in the bullpen, this person's
for real.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't have monitors of the bullpen. So that's the kind of stuff that they're saying, which is, it's cool, but it seems so antiquated. It's like, it's just like, oh yeah, the manager says this and whatever. It's really weird. But hey, you know what? Sports are back, and some of the things that they're doing with the basketball courts look cool for when NBA kicks back up. You don't like it?
No.
It looks like they're in a boardroom playing basketball, which
It looks
is
ridiculous.
neat. And then hockey is kind of cool too, because what it looks like in Toronto or Edmonton, I'm not which sure, but it looks like the top level, they're just gonna like hang these posters of players down, so blocking off the top level seats, which is so good, so it doesn't look like this stupid empty stadium. But the bottom level, I think they're gonna be tarped off seats. But the big posters, when they showed them, reminded me of like in Rocky 4 when they went to Russia, and it was the big Drago poster that came down. So that's what that reminded me of. But look, sports are back, which is cool. Let's enjoy them while they're here.
You know where I'd want to be?
Russia?
Chicago. Here, let me tell you why. I'm gonna bang my Chicago drum one last time. Do you?
No, it's not one last time.
Do you understand the rooftops are open? Mm-hmm. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I was watching some of the game. I saw the rooftops. I sat on one of those rooftops.
Yeah, you did. Well, where you couldn't see the field, but
I could see half of the field. Okay.
Anyway, sorry guys. That
But anyway, we had
a lot of info on that one. A lot of great.
That's
quotes.
cool. No, I mean, it's nice that guys are willing. See, people listen.
Yeah.
I talked about the reno experience. So yeah, we're all to watch TV and to eat dinner and everything. Basically, my room is our house right now.
What's going on in your basement?
The basement's got everything from the main floor on it. So that's what's going on.
You guys just hand bomb everything down there?
Pretty much. Oh, it's a mess. But so the reno got started this week. Basically, my main floor is studs and plywood on the floor. So that's it. It's been a crazy week. I spent all day yesterday with plumbers in the house because when they opened up a wall, they found plumbing in the wrong place. So they opened up the wall and they're like, we got to bring a plumber in. Plumbers came in and look, let me first say that the guys doing the renovation are amazing. If they find something that stops them in one place, they go to another thing and start working on that. So they stopped for one day because they had to wait for a plumber, and plumbers are not always easy to get like that. Plumber came in yesterday, was there all day, but moved all the plumbing he needed to move and moved it so it's going to fit the design exactly how we need it still. So that was great, but it's like I just want they basically told me the floor will be in by mid next week, which means I could set my living room back up, which means my room stops being our entire house.
Nice.
So we're coming along, but living through a reno, look, it's no lie. People are telling me it's going to take you longer and I knew it was going to take longer. There was never any doubt in my mind. But as long as the guys that are doing it have a clear vision of exactly kind of what's going to happen, I'm good with it.
And you're not even going to notice when it's done, how long it's
And that's what everyone says. They're like, look, when it's done, now my appliances, whole different can of worms. It looks like because of COVID, all of my appliances, end of August.
Nice.
So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Is COVID just becoming a scapegoat now?
I think it is. I think it is. But I can't live out of two beer fridges anymore.
Like we need to have a sorry. Can't. COVID.
That's
can't.
it. So,
well, you're in stage 3 now. But safety first. 2 meters. Face mask.
So that's the reno update. We'll give you another one next weekend. But that's kind of where we are. The experience so far has been good, but I feel like it's been longer than 1 week.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's been longer than 1 week. So.
Have you gone out for dinner at all?
I have not gone out for dinner.
And let me tell you, it's weird.
Because they've opened up some restaurants now, or are you talking on a patio?
A patio.
Okay. Because they've opened up inside some restaurants now.
As of the other day.
Friday, yeah. Okay, so no, I have not gone out yet.
Well, it's weird.
Okay.
I went out.
All right.
I met some people for a night out. I walk in. There was 5 of us there. And I walk in. I was late. So...
You are never late. That's the thing about you. You are not late.
I know. So I show up and there's 4 people already at the table, and it's a picnic table. Okay. So I go over.
Is this like a pub or a restaurant?
I'll call it out. It's Beer Town.
Okay.
Beer Town.
So it's a hybrid pub.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Okay. Go on.
So I go and I see the table. There's 4 people sitting there. I'm like, okay. I look. There's an empty table. I take the chair. I sit at the end of the picnic table. Right. And the lady comes up, a different lady comes up that works there, and she says, "Excuse me, sir, you're gonna have to put that chair back. We need 6 people between people. 6 feet between people."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "So you want me to move this chair and sit side by side with this guy? Like, that's not 6 feet." And she's like, "No, but the table behind you." And I look, and I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me." So they're great people I went with. I love them all.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready to sit right beside somebody on a picnic table for a drink and a beer. And it was
A drink
just
and a beer.
a drink and a beer.
Wow.
And possibly, well, I had water.
Oh, yeah,
So
okay,
drink,
that's fair.
a water, beer.
You should have played that up. Been like, yeah,
And
a
calamari.
shot
Yeah.
of a shot of
Espresso.
I was gonna say espresso. I got espresso on the brain. I wanted a big espresso.
But it was pretty, it was,
yeah,
yeah.
super weird.
Very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah. And all of us felt the same.
yeah.
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
nothing against each other
Yeah,
because
it's
we
just-
like each other.
It's
just
the
like-
way this is right now. None of those people probably had COVID.
Well, I don't know.
But you don't know.
I kept going to the guy right beside me. I go, well, if you give me the COVID, man, it's going to be, that's it.
Cut this motherfucker.
Yeah. So anyways, I'd love to know from our peeps out there in the world if you've gone out to eat and
Yeah.
your experience. Maybe you're not as weird as I am. I never thought I would be this weird.
So here's an interesting thing. So we are in a couple weeks. We're talking about doing a live show at a pub.
Yeah.
How's that going to be?
Fantastic, because it's going to be you and I sitting like that.
It's essentially going to be this.
Yeah.
That's true. We're not going to have people climbed around us and everything like that. We'll give you more details on that
Like,
next week.
if your family and my family showed up and we were all huddled up against each other, just as long as my family was on one side
And we
yours
were on
was
the other side. Yeah.
whatever. But it, yeah.
So you went out for dinner. Dude, I went to the gym
Why would you do that?
because I put on like 10 pounds. Okay, remember that I had gained like 2 pounds at the end of the weight loss challenge
Yeah.
or whatever? Was
Yeah.
it 2? Something like that. I gained weight.
Yeah.
I'm 10 pounds up now, and I'm like, I gotta start doing something. And Heather has a photo shoot planned for us at the end of August.
A COVID photo shoot?
A COVID photo shoot. So she's got to get Maverick in some pictures.
You got to stop with the photo shoots.
It's not me.
Oh, it's the new baby.
We do have a new baby.
Yeah, that's what it is.
She will always do one photo shoot
Yeah.
a year so we can use it for our Christmas card. So, because that's what she does.
Yeah.
It's like we're these Richie Rich people, and it's like, we've got to get a great pose for our Christmas card. But yes, it's the new baby this year. So she's got a photo shoot planned for August. I don't know. It's in some sunflower patch. And I'm like, great. You should, don't even get me started. She's picking out my clothes for me.
If you're not listening, if you're not watching, I'm giving them the biggest stink eye over here.
It's
Cause
not me. It's not me.
You know what you should get? This is what I want to get, and I've told you this before. But you go to the sunflower patch. That's fantastic. It's beautiful. Get an oil painter. It's a paint your portrait, and then put it in the living room dining room split.
Yeah. That's going to cost more than getting a photograph taken.
At least it'll be a good story, though.
It will be a good story. Maybe I'll just tell people I did that.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's picking my clothes and everything like that. But I went to the gym. That's not the story I'm telling. I'm trying to tell about going to the gym.
Okay.
So Friday morning, they opened up the gyms, right? I was trying really, really hard to find out what time the gym opened. Because you know me, I go to the gym religiously 5:30
Yep.
every day. Then this whole thing stopped and I stopped. Because God forbid I do something on my own.
Yeah.
So I went to the gym. 6 o'clock they opened. It's the same 5 people that were there at 5:30 before when I was there.
Yeah.
So people, hey, what's going on? Good to see you.
Oh man, small talk at the gym?
No, it wasn't really small talk.
Okay.
It was just like, hey, good to see you, whatever. One guy we call Phil.
Yeah.
We don't know his name.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Nick that works out with me, he texts me because I'm driving there. He goes, well, Phil's here. So I get there and Phil, again, I don't know his name. He comes up. He's like, hey, good to see you. Rules are, okay, it's every other machine,
Yeah.
which is pretty obvious. When you are not on a machine, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with that. There's hand sanitizer everywhere, but I wear gloves. So when am I going to hand sanitize my gloves? I'm like, whatever. And then they said the cleaning stuff is like kills germs in 15 seconds.
Oh yeah,
after
it
hits
does. Oh, for sure it
So
does. It's
I'm
been
like,
tested.
I'm like, this scares me because it's like it's going to do that, but then it's going to go on my skin and burn my skin.
How much weight will you lose if you get the COVID?
I don't know. Maybe I should just try to do that. That's awful. That's awful. But so I worked out for like I did an hour. I did like 20 minutes on the elliptical, and then I lifted some weights.
Yeah.
Boy, you realize how much, like, I cannot lift the weight, obviously, that I was lifting 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised I am not in so much pain. Wow. But so anyway, back at the gym, it's a interesting thing, and look, I'm excited to be back. And if I keep going at that time, then I don't have to worry about.
What are the employees doing there?
They're cleaning.
Are they? Is that why they're not answering my damn phone calls?
They didn't
I can cancel the freaking membership
anyway. No, yeah, probably.
Because you know what? We were just talking about COVID as an excuse. I want to be like, I want to cancel my membership. Sir, you got to come in. I'll be like, sorry, the COVID.
I heard they lost like our particular gym has lost over 1,000. Like 1,000 people have canceled, and like 200 people or something like that. Now these numbers are varied, who knows, but that 200 people have put their memberships on hold because they allow you to do that for a certain period of time, right? So that's what I've heard, and I don't blame them. I think a lot of the old people that go there probably aren't going to come back, except Phil will be there. Phil's there every day. He's like, see you Monday. I
could just imagine not wanting to go to the gym, showing up, seeing somebody I haven't seen in 3.5 years, because that's the last time I was there, and him wanting to know what I've been up to this whole time.
Yeah, well, Phil never asked that.
No?
No. We don't talk like... I don't know the guy. He's just like, hey, good to see you again, bud. Yeah. That kind of... That's right. What it is. It's not like, hey, so what have you been up to for 3 months? I don't... Again, you know me and my small talk. If I'm not interested, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know? So I just kind of turn my head and just, I'm working. I'll put my music back on. So, you're talking to me? Headphones on. Don't care. But, anyway, so it was a weird experience, though, because it's like, I'm like... I just don't know, like I'm doing everything I would normally do, and then putting on my mask as I walk from machine to machine. No showers or anything obviously available there, which is fine because I'm working from home, so I can go home and shower now. But it's different.
I started doing crunches and burpees.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I was gonna come on. I don't like burpees at all. I remember my buddy that I work out with for the first 2 weeks of like being home. Yeah. He kept sending me workouts and stuff. I'm like, I am not going to do these. He'd send me another one. I'm like, I am not going to. It had like 20 burpees. I'm like, I can't do 4, like let alone 20 of these things. It's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, back at the gym, weird, just like dining experience. Let us know your experiences. Shout us out on the Facebook page, on Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know what your experiences are as things start to open up. Heather wants to go to the mall. Yeah, and I'm like that's fine. It's long, that's like going grocery shopping, right? As long as you're smart about it and not stupid about it. But it's there are definitely some interesting experiences out there. There's no way around it.
I was out the other day when masks were mandatory, and I saw 2 people without masks.
Oh, tell me!
And it took everything not to say something, because what's really funny is I'm a choice person. That's what I am. I'm like, so before, if I remember to put on my mask, I put on my mask. If I didn't put on my mask, too bad. Whatever, right? Don't call me out for not wearing my mask.
Yep.
But as soon as it became mandatory, because I'm all about rules.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you are.
So now mandatory mask. Guess what? I got to suck it up. But if I got to suck it up, I want to call you out.
Yep.
But I couldn't, especially because my wife and my daughter were there. And
it is.
I'm not very...
If it was me and you would have called them out.
Oh, 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't have that bedside manner that they talk about.
Yeah.
I'll just say, are you allergic to wearing a mask?
Yeah, hey, jackass.
Actually, I have a medical condition. And I'd be like, well, let me see your papers. And then it wouldn't have gone well.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because on Monday, Anthony was out bike riding, and he calls me. Right? And right away, when Anthony calls me, he's bike riding, he's like, one of 2 things. It's hey, Dad, what time do I need to get home? Or something else, or emergency. This was, hey, Dad, are masks mandatory as of today? Yeah. He goes, there's some people out here without masks.
Out where, though?
Like, he was at you know where they were? They were at, like, there's a children's, like a daycare center.
Yeah.
He's like, these people aren't wearing masks.
Were they outside, though?
They were going in and out of the daycare place, and I'm like,
what is he, a cop?
I'm like, they should wear masks. He's like, is it a law? I'm like, well, it's a bylaw. And he's like, I'm like, dude, don't call the police, because Anthony's the type of guy that would be like, yo, there are people that are not wearing masks. So I'm like,
Did you call him Larry?
I didn't call him Larry.
No.
Larry's a whole different story. But yeah, so anyway, masks are mandatory. Anthony's the fun police. He's not. Good for him. I appreciate that he recognizes these things.
Can I tell you something about fun police? And this is, yeah. A guy on, this is why social media freaking kills me. A guy goes on one of the groups we're on last night, and I swear to God, it was like 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Complaining that his neighbor was having a party and he needed to put his 6-year-old to bed. I'm like, are you a fucking lunatic?
Yeah. Not 9 o'clock is fine.
Right?
Like even like it's like people think because COVID is like this thing now. It's like, oh, there's a curfew of 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
What? If it's 11 o'clock and it's banging still, and you need to put your 6-year-old to bed and they can't go to sleep then you got a beef.
Yeah, go say something.
Go say something. Don't be, hey, you know, I've had to do that with my neighbors before.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on, man.
Man, our old place, it felt like a frat 2 doors down. You remember, because I would always be fired up about these guys.
Yes, you would.
But they partied what seemed like every single freaking day. Every day till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
They used to run on your roof.
That one time, and I went outside, and it wasn't a comfortable conversation for these people. I'm like, I go over to the door. Hey guys, having a good party? Sounds like a great time. They're like, yeah, it's a good time. I remember being young too. Stay off my fucking roof.
And I'm out.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, if you guys are a little bit more quiet, I'll come over.
Sorry for the bombs today.
I love them.
Okay.
I love them. You know who's not gonna love them? Your mom.
Yeah, she'll like it though, right?
All right, good.
They took a ladder up the side of the parking garage. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. I chucked the ladder over. If you guys, okay, so where we were, there's this overhang. It's not a parking lot, but it is a parking lot. But anyways, and then it overhangs to the party room and stuff. I took this ladder and I fucking chucked it over, and it went down under the thing, and I was so pissed.
I love it.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, you know what? You're very passionate.
I am.
You're very passionate.
I hate stupidity. Party all you want, man.
Yeah.
Like this guy and his 6-year-old, guess what?
Yeah.
Deal with it. Mm-hmm. Like, are we snowflakes? Is that the new term? Snowflakes?
I don't know what it is,
yeah.
But I think it's ridiculous. Yeah. So
let people have a good time.
I agree. So that's look, I like parties. I want to party again. I can't party like I used to.
Tom's house.
I know. I can't party like I used to, though. I think I can.
Why not?
I 100% can.
But it takes 2 days to recoup. But
that, and I get tired much quicker now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe it's because I go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning.
Maybe.
Yeah, I got to sleep in.
Would you give up the gym for a good party?
Forever? No. Like for a week? Would I not go to the gym for a week if I knew that there was going to be a rager? Is that what the kids say? A rager?
I hope they don't, because the losers say that.
I have no idea.
Rager.
Yeah, I mean, if I had something to look forward to, going, okay, for 3 days ahead, I have to sleep in and go to bed early so that I can stay up for 15 hours.
You can't. This is the same when women are pregnant and stuff. Get your sleep now. You can't deposit that and withdraw the sleep you had.
But you're building up your sleeping stamina.
I guess so.
I don't know. So, whatever. I would love to have a good party again.
Yeah.
Not lying.
No.
So, yeah, let's talk. You know what's funny? You brought something up to me the other day, and you talked about favorite meals.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
So, it would be more for your wife than you, to be honest.
She's not here right now, so you get to talk to me instead. She might be in the hospital for all I know.
Check it out.
I don't know.
So, does Heather have a favorite meal which you do not make for her?
No.
Because let me tell you,
does not.
At the Black House here, I love my wife's veal cutlets.
Yeah, I love veal cutlets.
I'm going to tell you that the first meal she ever made me, and I'm sure was the day she fell in love with me.
No doubt.
She made veal cutlet.
Yes.
Now I'm going to tell you.
Was that the day you fell in love with her?
Listen, I fell in love with her as soon as I saw her.
Yeah.
I'm like, that girl's mine.
That's well.
Yeah.
The girl is mine.
I'm going to tell you, when I saw her walk in, like the world stopped. Oh. Anyways, that's another edition of Oprah. This is a guy's show, not a lady show.
Sure it is.
Anyways.
Wow.
So, this is beautiful. So my mom used to make veal cutlets. And they were good veal cutlets, and you would do the lemon, put the lemon on, eat it, have a good time. My wife's veal cutlets, you don't have to put anything on them. They're just like butter.
But not breaded fried veal cutlet, though.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
So when we were eating, my wife and I, the first time we were eating the veal cutlet, I wasn't even focused on my plate. I was focused on the remainder, seeing which piece I'm gonna hit.
You're gonna have next because you knew.
Boom.
You were going
just
for
like that, and I didn't stop. And she's like, "I've never seen somebody eat that much veal in one sitting."
I love it. Oh, phone's ringing again.
Zia.
Phone's ringing again.
Is that Zia Rita again?
Ah, Zia.
But she never makes it anymore.
Why not? Is there a reason though?
She says she thinks it's gross.
Like the fact that it's veal?
Yeah, I guess she doesn't like the taste or something like this. She doesn't
not
like
the fact that what it is.
No. Who cares about that? They're here so we can eat. Anyways,
preaching to the choir, man.
But she doesn't like pulled pork either. But she'll make that for us, my daughter and I, and then just eat something else or choke it down. Right?
What?
Yeah.
I said sometimes me too. What? You think not just me and her?
I was like, are you coming over when I'm not home?
No.
Like, is there something we got to talk about?
Sometimes I'm here. Look, let's talk about the way your wife makes food and then offers me food.
That's true.
Like that's amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she'll make you the pulled pork, but doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But she won't make you the veal. But she will eat veal, or she won't eat veal.
I don't know, but
it's been so long.
It has. She'll choke down the pulled pork,
right?
But I don't know if she'll even attempt the veal parm or the veal. Sorry, breaded veal.
This is something we're gonna need to find out.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much. So, that's weird. See, again, in my household, I'm the cook.
That's right.
Okay, I cook everything, so she does not. So it's a matter of what I cook. So, like you said, if there's something she likes, I'll cook it.
Yeah,
I'll cook it. But again, my family is so ridiculously picky when it comes to eating. So whatever. So, but here, let me take this a step further. Is there a meal that you, as a kid, used to love that mom might have made, but now you don't get it anymore because your wife won't make it, that kind of thing, or doesn't know how to make it, or whatever? Is there a meal?
I like that you bring that up. There is.
Yeah.
And it's a very simple meal.
Yeah.
It's not even a tough meal at all.
Tell me about it.
Sloppy Joe's.
Really?
Yeah.
And then,
but here's the thing. My wife has tried to make it a couple times.
Yeah.
But she uses manwich.
I was gonna say, is it the manwich version?
Yeah. I want the powdered Sloppy Joe's. Because that's what I grew up on.
I don't know what that is. What is powdered?
It's got the it's like a powder,
like a mix, like a taco seasoning kind of powder.
I
get it.
So it would be that mixed up with some fries, have a good time.
So it's not. She uses manwich.
She does. Well, she did. She hasn't made that. In a while
because you
either.
don't want that.
No.
Okay. See, here's the thing for me. Again, I'm the cook in the house, so I could make this. Okay. My mom used to make a mean beef stroganoff.
Okay.
A mean beef stroganoff. Still does. If I go to my mom's, if it's just me, I'd be like, hey, why don't you make some beef stroganoff? But how often is it just me? I cannot make that in my house because none of the other 4 people will eat it.
Can't you just call it stew and tell them to suck it up?
They won't eat it. It's different. Beef stroganoff is so different from stew, but they won't eat it. And I made it once.
Okay.
I got literally as I was cleaning, like emptying things out of my like my living room and my kitchen, I found the recipe from my mom that I'd written on like a piece of construction paper. But I was like, oh, I should make this again. And then I'm like, no, I'm just gonna make it for me.
That's it.
Like, and I don't like that. Like, it bothers me.
Just break it down to 1 serving.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Hey, what are you making for dinner tonight? Beef stroganoff for me? You guys are on your own.
Exactly.
But now let me ask you another thing.
Yeah.
Is there a meal that as a kid... I can't believe your wife won't make you veal cutlets anymore. That's not right. Is there a meal as a kid that you used to not eat? You would not eat.
Yeah.
But now... But now you will eat it because whether it's because you make it or your wife makes it different than your mom. See, now we could create some friction in your family. But let's see what happens. Let's see where this goes. Is there a meal?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. See,
I'm trying to think. Like you can't count turkey, but because I've never liked turkey.
Do you like turkey now?
I'll eat it, but
that doesn't count.
No, so there's nothing that the 2 of them make that I used to hate, but now I love.
Okay, so my mom, as a kid, I hated steak.
Come on.
Because my mom cooked everything. And look, I know what well done is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
My mom went to the color of my shirt.
Oh, extra well done.
She went gray.
Yeah.
And I did not like steak. Every time I had steak, tough. And mom's listening. She knows it. She knows. Like, so I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah.
Like, she would not. So it's like, I hated steak.
Yeah.
I thought steak was disgusting, whatever. She did the same with roast beef.
Yeah.
But as I learned how to make steak and make steak properly, first of all, now I can't. She used to make steaks that were like this thin, which is like, it might as well be a fast fry.
Right.
But like now I know I won't eat steaks that like are at least this. I gotta show the camera. That's
a thick steak.
thick. I gotta eat thick steaks now because you can cook them right. By the way, I have started experimenting with the reverse sear. That's interesting.
The reverse sear? Yeah.
I've never done it before. It's wonderful.
Is it? Does your mom like your steak better than hers now?
The problem is I told my mom I'll never cook steak for her.
Why?
Because I cannot physically cook steak that long.
But what if she tries it and she's... So this is what I'm going to tell you.
My mom doesn't like to see any pink.
Right. So I'm going to tell you that there was a girl at work and we were a part of like a social club.
Yep.
So we went for a menu tasting for our year-end celebration. And they made prime rib.
Yep.
And she was going nuts that she cannot see pink at all.
Mm-hmm.
I made her try the prime rib.
Yeah.
She said that was the best flavor she's ever had.
My mom will have prime rib now.
Yeah.
That way. She'll make prime rib. And she'll do it. It's fine. She won't do it to my specs, but I can still deal with that. But she will not with a steak. Look, I like mine medium rare. Mm-hmm. Dad likes his medium rare. Heather, I can make medium. The kids are in between medium and medium rare, which is like Heather for the longest time was terrified to give them like to show them. I'm like it's fine. It's delicious. And now the kids are like, yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah.
But mom, no. She will not. She will in a steak. No. If I cook a steak for her and there's any, she'll put it in the microwave.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. No joke. So I used to hate steak, but now obviously I love steak. Steak is one of my favorite meals. I'm currently working on what my first meal in the new kitchen, whenever that may be. Mm-hmm. What that's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm still working on it. So, hey, can I ask a quick favor of our audience right now?
Yeah.
And then I know we got to get to a dad joke, but here's what I need. Okay, folks, I am cooking with a hot plate, one of those induction hot plates, a barbecue, and a smoker. These are the three things I have to cook with. I do not have a microwave. I do not have an oven. I'm looking for some recipes that I can cook using these three things. Don't give me just a regular, you know, make a steak, burgers, hot dogs, craft dinner, pasta. Like that's okay, I get all that stuff. I'm looking for something, and I have limited prep area. So I'm looking for some ideas. So could you do me a favor? I'm calling out all those dad guys, watchers, listeners, everywhere you find us. Do me a favor, send me your ideas of things that because I got at least another 2 weeks of this. So
do kebabs and rice.
Did that.
Yeah?
Did that. I have a rice cooker. That's another thing I have. I have a rice cooker. So that again, I did that the other day. Actually, I did some steak kebabs and some chicken kebabs too. Nice. Delicious. Yeah. But anyway, looking for some ideas, like simple straight ahead barbecue stuff, whatever. Like, I mean, I can do that stuff. I know this stuff, but give me some ideas that I might be thinking. Oh, and I have an Instant Pot. Everyone should have an Instant Pot, but that's for another day. I think it's time for a dad joke. What do you think? You feel it?
I'm ready.
You feel it?
Let's see.
Right, let's do it. Oh, he thinks he's ready. Here we go. Let's do a dad joke for this week.
And now, get ready to cringe. It's the dad joke of the week.
Okay.
Joe.
That's me.
Why does a pitcher raise one leg when he throws the ball?
Oh, no. Why?
Because if he raised both, he'd fall.
True that. It's no joke.
I don't know.
He'd fall.
That's beautiful.
You might as well jump.
That's a last minute that guy joke.
Yeah, where you were not.
That's like if you're watching and you saw me Googling under the table.
So I'm not the only one that wasn't prepared for this week.
No.
So there you go. Well, the show happens every week. So, hey, you never know what's going to happen. And, you know, sometimes a dad joke shows up and sometimes it doesn't. This week, not bad for a last minute dad joke.
That's right. Baseball. And did you see Rizzo give the guy hand sanitizer when he reached first base?
I did. That's what, I think every first baseman should have that.
Way to go, Tony.
Here's some Sandy. Okay. Well, that's it for this week. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And obviously, you're watching us on YouTube or you're listening on Spotify or on Apple Music. So we thank you. And well, that's it for this week. Been
wow, we're everywhere.
Everywhere. We're everywhere.
City Pulse.
Find us. And next week we'll give you some information on that live broadcast that's coming up.
It's coming.
It should be a lot of fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
See you guys.
Bye.